Howdy everyone, Runt9 here, and oh wait, hold on one second. Ha, I didn't see you there. Actually I did, but I have to show off my new Stinger transition. I just finished it up today, and I think it's really neat, even though it's very basic. And so there you go, that's something neat and cool. But anyways, welcome back to Runt9 Plays One Step from Eden. And today it's time for Violet, and we saved the most complicated for last. What do I mean by most complicated? Well, is there sound? Hold on. Ah, I have it muted. Sound was muted. So she has an auto attack that has different effects depending upon which direction you go after using it, which is kind of confusing. So if you stay in the same spot, you gain a stack of fragile. And she has feather, so she gains spell power equal to half her fragile stacks. So she can really stack up spell power pretty easily. If you go down, you gain, I think it's 3 mana. I don't think it's max mana, but I think you gain 2 or 3 mana. If you go back, you gain 60 shield if and only if you have no shield. If you go up, you gain a single Trinity stack. And if you go to the right, you shoot a 60 damage bolt to the right. So, as you can tell, there's a lot going on. All enemies start with 20 poison. That's kind of an easy one, but it doesn't really stack with anything. So, I mean, I'll take it, even though I think the other one might be better. Now, that's an interesting thought. Jams are not necessarily a difficult thing for her to deal with. And if we were to go double lift and get some jam synergies, we could do some neat stuff. I don't think we want any of these, but I will go ahead and go for a little bit of double lift here. And so she starts off with a couple spells that don't have a whole lot of synergies. So we'll kind of see what happens. I didn't mean to take that, but honestly, that's fine. You know what? I make mistakes sometimes, just like everyone else, and we'll just, we'll make it work. We unfortunately did not get the chest there. Yeah, it's reasonably easy to get the jams out of there. Oh, that's a self-defense turret hit, brother. Oh, that was also not useful. There we go. Okay. Oops. So Sequencer is just a fantastic Trinity synergy. And so I think just taking Sequencer, going ahead and popping over to Convergence. Also, Trinity when you shuffle, right there, right off the bat, go ahead and give us some Trinity synergy. Convergence, and now I very much dislike that we have the jams in our deck. Yes, got the poison. Okay, I was a little concerned there for a second. So Violet requires, in my opinion, the most concentration. So I really do apologize. There's going to be a good bit of radio silence. And then minigun, you love to see minigun on Violet. It works out so well with everything she's got going on. So that you can do the damage without the shield. You always want to take the shield first on that one. And that can just get the kill. So you basically want to, you want to just play slow. Okay, Jam Slam is incredible, as is Focus, but I think Jam Slam with the jams that we have going on already is going to be very powerful. So an early upgrade would go a long ways. I mean, also Meditate is a great spell to pick up. And then I will donate blood to upgrade what? I actually think I want to get rid of Frostbite. Try not to worry too much about stacking up the Fragile. I also realistically want Iron Will and possibly Corset gone. But I think Jam Slam is probably our best spell at the moment, or the way that it can continue stacking as time goes by. I'm going to go with a chance to hit twice since you fire multiple shots. It would, like, the fragile would also mean that any additional hits are going to do more damage. You gotta get the shield first. Okay, there's that, and then you're dead. I'm trying to play slow and not focus too terribly much on getting through our deck. I don't think we need any of that. And, you know, not worry about all the combos, because it's very easy to get overwhelmed with Violet. Go ahead and start with full mana, you know, then we don't have to do the E down at the beginning to get where we need to go. So this one, I will go ahead and stack up some Fragile, because we want the spell power. These are very easy to deal with. And I will just sit here and spam a little bit, and then you just move forward, and you just kind of sit on it. Hazel is reasonably simple for Violet to deal with, because you can very easily kill all of the things that Hazel puts out. I'm going to just keep stacking up the Fragile stacks. Because then we can pop a gigantic minigun at some point. So we're up to like 10 damage per shot. We also have the full Trinity stack ready to go. So why don't we just go ahead and hit Hazel for a lot, and that actually wasn't as much as I was hoping it would be, but that's okay. Nothing too crazy, and I don't think that's going to do much. Sequencer is obviously a good spell. Alright, now we can go ahead and get some mana, cast some jams, and try to get a jam slam in there. Oh, it does cast them 4 tiles away. You do have to keep that in mind. Get some shield and wait for it. Good stuff. Again, it requires so much focus for me to play Violet. It's very difficult. At times, at least. Okay, and then minigun. There we go. Good stuff. All right. Yeah, let's go Terra next. We will save her, even though we don't need all the HP. Once we get rolling, Violet can be a little bit easier, but I think early on she can be a bit tricky to play. So I'm not sure how that worked with Jam Slam, but I'll take it. And then honestly, I don't think Tri-Shot is very good. I always have issues using it, and I don't want our deck to get too thick because we do get Trinity when we shuffle, which can enable Mana Steal and Minigun quite nicely. We're gonna go up top this route. So gain shield and then just sit back for a second. Get that kill with Mana Steal. Then this guy, you just cast that. Easy enough. Now I do want some removals. Like, absolutely I would like to get some removals. Skewer adds a jam. I think that's going to be okay, but it's only 60 damage though. Yes, it's free, and we don't want to take something just because it says jam on it. I think Jam Cannon is probably the only major jam card that I would take at this point. Good stuff. And we can just kill you that way, and you are dead from that. Having a 200 damage spell is useful, but I've misused that quite a lot. Echo can also be pretty useful. It's just... the problem I have with Echo at this point is there's already enough things that I have to stop and think about, and thinking, okay, Echo, what was the last spell we cast? Okay, yes, I want to cast that one again. Honestly, I don't want to add that additional brain power lockdown to this deck. We've got enough of that just playing this character in the first place. Good damage. I love Sequencer. It's such a good spell. I hate that we took that damage. Just kill him and then go get the shield, and you're just dead from that. Perfect. Easy enough. When you shuffle, gain 2 flow. I mean, at this point, we just want to shuffle all the time, I guess. The enemies leave a flame behind. I'm good with that. That's totally fine. We're not going to go to the shop. Go ahead and take this. This is probably going to be better. And just go ahead and get the kill. Don't worry too much about it. Like, you don't have to worry about stacking up super fancy combos all the time. Sometimes you just E forward and get the kill. Gain a Trinity. If Trinity is full, cast Ragnarok. Ragnarok does do like 300 or 400 damage. But I don't think that we want to utilize that as our Trinity cast because of how weak the regular spell is. Alright, here, just get shield quickly, get Trinity, so we can minigun. Wait for it. Okay, there's minigun, and we got the kill! Oh, we got the flawless, right? Yeah, okay. Railgun is 70 times 3 and add 2 jams for free. You know what? That one is actually worth the damage. With the bonus 20 damage, that's 210 damage if you can get all 3 to hit. I'm very much down with that. Yeah, that's some solid damage right there. I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Alright, you hate to miss that, but minigun is a good hit. Alright, we've got Trinity stacked up. I didn't want to take the hit there. Okay. Take that. Just cast your jams and just wait a second. I knew we were going to tank it. Okay, now wait for it. Oh, good damage. Yeah. Good stuff. We are taking a good chunk of damage here, though, is the problem. I wanted to get that guy dead, and then now she's doing this garbage. I do not like dealing with that spell. Okay, we are okay if we can get Jam Slam going. Oh, such good damage. I hate that we actually tanked that one. No, the diagonal beams, dude. Come on. No. Yeah, Jam Synergy plus Trinity Synergy, probably not the best combination. I kind of got lost in the sauce there. We had stuff that was better when we shuffle, and then we added jams in. I was spending too much time trying to cast the jams. It was just a bad way to go. Like, yes, Jam Slam did a lot of damage, but if we were going to do jams, forget the Trinity exists. Like, you've got to pick one with this character. If you try to focus on too many things, then you're just going to drive yourself just insane. So honestly, just Fragile, Shield, and Spell Power. So go for Convergence so we can maybe pick up Focus, and honestly Phalanx so we can just get free Shield. And I definitely want to get Frostbite out of the deck. I want to stack up Spell Power, and I want to hit as hard as we possibly can. Let's go up top, and then this is... we need more mana, that's right. Because we don't start with mana anymore. That was a big whiff. Good damage there. I want to get rid of the Trinity stuff, because I think that A, it requires a bunch of mana, and B, it just... That's one thing that I don't want to have to worry about. Good stuff. Alright, let's look for something simple. So fire a shot and gain 50 shield. I do love Counter-Strike. I like Virus Spell, but the thing is, with Virus Spell, you want more. Like, you want to build a deck around Virus Spell, which usually means you want to shuffle a lot, and you want to avoid things like Jam Synergies, Kunai Synergies, whatnot. I think we'll just take the Counter-Strike, because it does damage and gets us a shield. And with these, again, I think Blue Blood is probably still the best case scenario. It gives us a little bit of a chance to get some sort of alpha damage out before anything else happens. Because then we can use Corset without having to generate the shield ourselves. Okay, I just want you dead. So the simplest way to do that is to just attack. Just do the simplest thing possible. It's just there's so many things going on at once. No, keep the deck thin. I want to just be able to focus on the fundamentals of here's what we're good at and not good at. I don't think I have anything for you. No, you know what? We can actually use this. Yeah. You basically want to be on the quote-unquote inverse tile for that. For 3 mana when you kill an enemy, good stuff. Gain shield and consume. I actually think that's okay. So Anubis is also just such a super simple one. But if we can get the mana regen up, then just basic free shield is so good. I mean, we're not going for Frost Synergy, but sure, thank you. Gain shield and backfire, consume the card in the other slot. No. Spell Shield works okay if you cast it as the last card in your deck. But again, there's a lot of brain power that's required there. And I kind of don't want to deal with that. Okay, you're an easy kill at that point. That's an easy kill. Gain shield. And just kind of like, this dude does yeet himself eventually. So it's not that big of a deal. Okay, just get the mana and whiff the spell and let him die to his own poison. That's how you do that. That's how you handle that battle. I actually am showing you guys the pro tips right now. And again, like, I love Hired Gun, if you're not Shizo at least, but it has the same problem that I was just talking about, that it requires too much thought when you already have enough going on. I'm gonna keep saying that, you know, keep it simple, stupid. Now we can use Corset right away. We want to stand on inverse tile, get some good damage on her, kill that, and then you just die. Gain shield, and we have so much simpler of a deck this time. Give us full mana, kill that. We've got Trinity. Do a Trinity cast, kill that, and then hit her for a little bit. And we got Corset. We can kill that. More shield. Alright, I want us to get some fragile here, get some spell power stacking up. Alright. Good stuff. Just keep it rolling. Okay, with that said, that's a little bit spicy. We can't actually kill it other than doing that. Not exactly how you want to kill things, but, you know, it's okay. It was a bit of a whiff, but not too big of a deal. Keep the fragile ticking, get the mana. Good damage from that. Alright, we want the shield back. We're not going to get any more big shields, so we have to keep in mind that this is basically all we've got. Good damage. Shield, shield, shield. Mana. Good damage. I mean, we don't have the stacking spell power this time because of not being able to keep fragile on us. Hazel can be a bit of a pain, but again, I think she's fairly easy to deal with as Violet. You want to not be in one of those rows. I'm actually glad that missed because I didn't want to give her free shield. So just stack up some more fragile here and try not to take any damage. 2, 3. And we can stand up here and be safe, not take any damage, and then we can do that and hit her a few times. I was like, kill that. You know what? I mean, yes, I realize there's a little bit of radio silence happening right now, but You kind of gotta live with that. Alright, we just have to get her dead at this point. Because now she's doing this stuff, and that's just a huge problem. When she starts stacking up all of the flame turrets on the top level, you just gotta ice her. Just stop trying to combo and do cute stuff and just kill her. Do we want to ice her? I think we do. I think we want to ice her. I do like having her turrets around, but I think we need the upgrades and more importantly, the removals. I do like Pyroblast, but it just doesn't synergize with anything. Duct Tape, we are shuffling a lot and we are building up a lot of shield. Yes, I said we needed upgrades and removals, but I think that ends up being a bigger pickup. That's a guaranteed Chizo fight. I'm not too worried about it. Let's go fight Salici, because we are Violet, so we don't have to worry about fighting Violet. So now I know that we gave him a lot of shield. Wait for it, and then go that shot, that. And honestly, just like give ourselves a little bit of fragile. Because it's just going to stand there for a bit. And if we do this correctly, then wait for it, and then it should die to that. Because we had enough spell power at that point to kill it without having to wait for its shield to go away. So Limit Break is just incredible on Violet because you basically have Fragile on demand, and you have spell power on demand. Limit Break, in my opinion, is one of the single strongest things on Violet, and Limit Break, I believe, is how I won my one. I just used Corset out of battle and made us take damage. I'm pretty sure I won my a run with Violet because of Limit. We're gonna go top path here. You want mana, you want shield, and you want to Limit Break everything to death. Actually hit both of them at the same time if you're doing it correctly. And just like don't worry about it, just get the kill. So yeah, you can see that Limit Break just does incredible things. So Shields Up, also a great one. Easy to cast, does great stuff. Restore mana when you cast a spell is fine, but I think I'd rather just have the flat regen. You know, getting regen is something that I would very much enjoy, since it means that we don't have to deal with relying on our own mana generator as much. Get the kill, dodge that. I mean, we have already lost our Flawless, so it's not as big of a deal, but you still don't want to take damage, obviously. You know what? Why not just cast Limit Break? Because he only had one hit left, we actually should have just keyed forward. 2 Blast Crystals. I do like Revenge, and I mean, Firewall... Firewall is just good. There's never a circumstance where I'm sad to have Firewall in a deck. Okay, can we just kill you quickly, please? Alright, you're dead. And then just give me Fragile so we can sit here and Limit Break. I mean, just look at it. It's incredible. Oh, that's right. It reduces our max mana. I forgot that's the downside of it. I did forget about that part. Forgive me, for I have sinned. Because I forgot about literally the most important downside of Limit Break. But it's okay. It's only for 20 seconds. So we need max mana. I'm just going to throw that out there. Max mana would be great. So hopefully it'll give us some max mana soon. Also, more mana regen would also be appreciated. Stop pressing Q instead of tab. So, do you have max mana? I'm going to take it and not think about it. Shatter Saw is pretty good. Heal, increase shuffle time, teleport and versatile. I mean, I think you just grab some upgrades and a removal. What do I want to remove at this point? I think Corset actually is fine, because we have enough other shield generators. I think Iron Will requires the most amount of focus to use correctly, so I actually want to get rid of that one. And then from an upgrade perspective, I think Shields Up is great. I think Limit Break is also great. If we could get like Apply Flame on hit or something like that. I'm going to go Limit Break first. Zigzag is also a great double cast. So, if I remember correctly, Limit Break with double cast does mean you lose 2 max mana. But it also does 20 times 40 damage. Plus spell power, which is kind of incredible. So yes, we will take the double cast on that. It doesn't double what X is, which is also beneficial. And I think a double cast here, shots +2. I'm good with shots +2. That's fine. It's not what we were digging for, but honestly, it's still plus damage. So in this case, give me Corset right away. And go for the line attack. Wait for it. Wait for it. Do that. And then Limit Break. I can't believe that missed. Just kill him! Just kill him! You got him. Oh gosh, that guy's kind of difficult to deal with. I do like Steel Skin. I just don't think that it belongs in this deck. Yeah, it would be nice to deal with that against shields, but... And then, yeah, we'll take another max mana. Because then Limit Break doesn't hurt us nearly as bad at this point. And we can use Corset, and then we can Firewall you. This attack, I got you dead to rights, fool. I've got you figured out. You can't get me with that one. Oh, no, Salicy. That one I still don't know how to dodge correctly, but you know what? That's fine. Ah. Alright, we want mana, and we want to absolutely obliterate her with Limit Break. I don't even care if we take damage here. Alright, give me some more spell power, please. Wait for it, and then she's gonna do that. Stand still for a second. Nope. Rock Testa. Oh, this attack, huh? I got you, fam. And she's just dead. And that's why I think Limit Break is incredible on Violet, especially with the double cast. Plus, if we can just keep stacking up max mana, I mean, Innervate would also be kind of crazy good. You know what? Good miss. I didn't want to hit with that spell anyways. Don't at me. Just don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about trying to get spell power combos. I mean, having that hit would actually be kind of nice. And then Limit Break. It's just so much damage, dude. It's just so much damage. I don't want to deal with shield catch. No, I already have to worry about catching our own basics. Probably top path. We're either going to need the campfire or the shop. One of the two. Alright, you're dead, and then you should have been dead, but I'm bad. Okay, there we go. We took damage there, but not much. And I mean, there's no flawless on that one. You still get very minimal XP. Nope, don't want any of that. At this point, there's not a lot that I'm going to want to add to this deck. I mean, some stuff that is just agnostically good or super powerful stuff, but I don't want to go overboard at this point. I hate dealing with diagonal beams. I know that there's a formula for how to deal with them. I'm not good at dealing with them. Okay, give us some shield. And then how about you just give me some max mana? And some fragile. So we can just annihilate you with Limit Break. And look at how much damage that does. If we could get some actual spell power without having to generate it ourselves, that would be fantastic. Because we don't have the mana regen to just sit there and spam our fragile version of our basic attack right away. And that makes it a little bit more difficult to really sit there and stack things up. Okay, I just want to cast Limit Break on these fools, because then they'll just all die. I'm like, once the Flawless is down, I'm not going to worry about it. I just want them to be dead. That makes things a lot easier. Okay, Campfire, we actually don't need it, so we'll just go to the shop and probably not do very much here. Max mana, mana regen for broken tiles. Another upgrade. What would we upgrade? Shields up is a good one. Mana Steal is a good one. Let me make sure I understand exactly how Limit Break works. Grab Fragile, hidden across, lose a max mana. Mana cost is equal to your max mana. Gotcha. So adding max mana is actually not that beneficial as far as, like, it makes it more difficult to cast Limit Break. So we don't want to grab the max mana. I think we will grab an upgrade, and then Shields Up, Firewall, and Mana Steal are all good. I think Mana Steal does a bunch of damage. I just don't necessarily want to deal with a higher mana cost on it. Counter-Strike double casting would actually be kind of nice. 2x damage and consume, apply fragile on hit. You know what? I'm actually okay with the 2x damage and consume. That's fine. I realize that is one of our shield generators, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I think it's not that bad. And if we do this, it won't hit the nurse, and then we can just kill you before you do anything. And you, I'm just gonna Limit Break without worrying about the cross. In fact, not having the cross made it easier to not hit the nurse there. I'm actually a little bit warm. I'm going to go hit the fan real quick. I will be right back, and that means you get to see the cool Stinger transition again. And I promise I didn't do that just to show it off. I legitimately was getting warm. I had turned it down earlier when I was eating because I didn't want it to cool off my food too quickly. Don't think we want anything there. Again, like, it's going to take a bit for me to want to add something to this deck. I mean, honestly, like, sure, go ahead and give me the max mana. I know it makes it a little more difficult to cast some of our stuff, but I'm okay with that. All right, you're going to bounce there. You're going to bounce there. All right, where are you going? You're going there, then up, then left, then down. Get Trinity so we can cast that. Left, down, Firewall. Okay, we have all the shield we need. That one's going to bounce away. That one's going to bounce up. Okay, complete whiff on Diagonal Beam. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. And then we basically just want mana to cast Limit Break with. Unfortunately, we're going to take a bunch of shield damage here, but it's good that we have so much shield. Unfortunately, we lost Fragile, which is the main part of that hurts. Honestly, just tank the damage and stand there. Up, left, up. And don't move too fast. I've actually caught myself moving too fast during that part. And it's like, if you're going to move here, just do that. I'm just going to do this one. Oh, I should have moved one down. Or actually, no, that still wouldn't have hit. So we want to Limit Break here and just annihilate her as much as possible. All right, wait to see where she's going to stand. Ah, that was one off. But again, like, we're able to keep the shield rolling. It's not going to be a flawless, but we are able to seriously keep the shield going. I meant to go E. Again, just kind of get mind flooded sometimes. This is going to bounce that way. This is going to bounce that way. All right, we want Fragile for this, and I think that just casting Limit Break and getting it out of the way. And honestly, like, sure, just hit me. Okay, no, actually, on second thought, don't hit me. That's actually a really terrible idea. Okay, Let's stop doing that. Stop getting so greedy and actually focus on your dodges that you know how to do. Okay, now you're dead from limit break. Like, you got to get a little bit closer to death before you get that aggressive with it. Honestly, Icer, we're not that low on HP, and that kind of proved that we can really stack the shield up if we want to. I don't think we want to add a ring simply because, well, unless it's a spell power ring, but I don't think we want to add one because we don't want to sit having just that in our deck for so long. I don't think Mana Fusion is very beneficial. And honestly, I think the Upgrader is probably the best of those. Mana Steel is a good one. I'm going to go for the Shields Up double cast. Come on, double cast. Oh! Alright, yeah, sure. 20 shield. I mean, there's also the Apply Fragile on hit, which is kind of hilarious, but no. Alright, let's go deal with Riva now, who is, I believe Riva killed us last time. No, we survived Riva. Never mind. Ah, he moved. Alright, we have the Fragile. Just get Limit Break ready to go and start casting it. It's just so much damage, dude. And every tick of spell power we get makes that. There's Empowering. Okay. So basically, our goal is to get through our deck until we have Empowering and Limit Break, give ourselves a Fragile, and go to town. Because now it'll do 15 damage per hit instead of 10, and that's just an obscene amount of damage. We're going to want to go up top. Probably are going to need the campfire, actually. We were able to get a lot. Oh, that was actually not that great. We're gonna have to cast this without the added spell power, which is fine. Give me some shield. I actually wanted the Trinity cast there. Okay, so with the Fragile, now we just go up here and we limit break the ever-living crud out of them. Did you see how fast he melted? Like, did you see that? So, Ambient Burst, fire a shot for each spell cast this battle. We do cast quite a few spells, and against bosses, that stacks up quite quickly. Because we burn through our deck reasonably fast, and that's also going to get aided by spell power. So I actually think that's an okay one to pick up. Our deck is getting a little on the thick side, so I don't want to add too much more. This is one where I think just take the Limit Break and be done with it. Even though I know that we took damage there, it's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about it. And then just, yeah, that seemed fine. Against you, we want to do that, and we actually freed the snake without really doing anything else of substance, which is hilarious and also bad. But the snake is not nearly as difficult to deal with as I once thought. He just kind of does his thing, and you can just deal with it very easily. Oh my goodness. That does end up stacking up quite a lot. Okay, we're almost back to full HP. Innervate is tempting me here, man. Innervate is tempting, but I don't think we want it. Fate Shield, no. I'm going to say no on Fate Shield, just because we're never going to be able to hold on to the shield. Oh, gosh. Oh, we didn't actually have Trinity there, but this is actually a really good cast on that. I just want that dead, and then we'll figure it out from there. Okay, give me Limit Break, and then at this point, it's all Ogre for you. Told you. I told you. Gain 3 shield when you cast a spell. Give me the luck. I want spell power stuff, darn it. Gain Trinity when you shuffle is pretty good for us, actually. does aid our Trinity synergies a little bit. I mean, not that we really have any, but we have held on to Mana Steel. I don't think I like that one. Glitter Bomb is a good spell, but I don't think it's a great spell. I'm actually going to go for a refresh here. Alright, blue bullets, yet another thing that helps if we have spell power, but we don't have a lot just going into it. While you have fragile, apply fragile when you hit a target, gain a fragile at the start of battle. I mean, needless to say, that is incredible on Violet, since we pretty much always have fragile. And then I think I'll just take an upgrade here and go for the double cast on Ambient Burst. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. So now we probably will have a harder time against regular enemies than we will against bosses. That's how ridiculous this deck is at this point. So I think we took no actual damage there. We're back up to full. Oh my god. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Power Shard doesn't work with Limit Break. For a second there, I thought it would. It did. No, it doesn't. That would be insane. It's 10 when a shot deals 40 or more, which that definitely doesn't. But that does mean that our basic attack does do a little bit more now. So I actually want to shuffle this away right away. I do not like the way we started. Okay, so now with Limit Break and everything ready to go. 2, 3, over. 2, 3, over. Okay, now get Fragile back, gain Shield, and just wait a second. And now cast Limit Break and just annihilate her. We almost one-shot her with that. I want to make that very clear. We almost one-shot her with that. Alright, where are you going? Where are you going? You're going right there? The power of Limit Break, everyone. The power of Limit Break. Oh, baby. I know that we could have saved her, but no. Don't care about the max mana. 5 money after every battle. At this point, do we want to remove something? If we remove Mana Steel, that's our only Trinity, and I think that at this point, it's mostly taking up space in our deck. I think that Mining Rig can be beneficial considering we're still around halfway through, but I will actually go ahead and remove Mana Steel. I want shields and I want Limit Break, and that's basically it at this point. We can deal with Shizo last. Tier 4 Shizo is a bit of a pain, but I still think he's one of the easier ones to deal with. Let's get some shield, and then against you, we want to... You're going to go inverse tiles, so you're going to be right there. Yeah. I am basically a genius, and you can't doubt me. You can't tell me I'm wrong. You just can't. Rooting in combination with Limit Break. So the problem is adding more setup to make Limit Break insane on top of the setup we already have, which is have Empower Ring in the other slot and have Fragile and have Shield so we don't lose Fragile halfway through. It's too much. So if we go this route, we're guaranteed 2 loot, and then we can just hit a shop again on the next floor. I think I'll just go that route. Gain the shield, gain the mana, and you're going to be right there. Okay. That's good stuff. And we could probably just use this. Okay, the anchor on that is actually a little bit of a problem, not going to lie. Alright, and then Limit Break you to death. That was doing 30 damage a hit. That's obviously incredibly good. Because it was applying that, yeah, it's applying Fragile to enemies as it's hitting, because we have Fragile. Okay, this is less than ideal. There we go. Okay. I got a little lost in the sauce there. I accidentally used Corset when we didn't have a shield, as I was panicking a little bit. I probably shouldn't have. Darken the screen and slash all enemies. I mean, yeah, it's cool. and it's almost a guaranteed 100 damage. But I don't think it fits in our deck. If it hit multiple times, then yeah, absolutely. And it looks like it should, but it doesn't actually hit multiple times. So just get... Okay, well, yeah, obviously she died there. Did we actually avoid that damage? I legitimately don't know if we avoided that damage. And then you just die from that because Empower Ring is incredible. Yeah, so we actually got a flawless on that one. I'm honestly surprised. 2x damage to consume on PK Fire. I don't think that's any good. Unless you're rolling to Flame Deck, most of the time I don't want that. Apply Fragile to everyone whenever you go below 1 mana. That does also apply Fragile to ourselves when we go below 1 mana, which we pretty much always will with Limit Break. Sure, I'll take Laser Pointer. Okay, so it gave us Gun Turret and Laser Turret on the same go. No, but thank you. At this point, like, we really don't need much more in this deck. We just kind of gotta Davida, honey. Okay, yeah, obviously we killed the hostage, but didn't really need the heal. And then at this point, just give me some mana. Ah, did we tank that damage? I think we did. Can I just have Limit Break, please? Yeah. 31 damage a hit. That's so much damage. I legitimately think that we could one-shot this boss with just a single Limit Break, as long as every shot hits. It's Saffron? 2,500? Yeah, we can get there. Honestly, give me a Shuffle. Much better. Alright. Fragile. I'm ready to go. Wait for it. Now just Limit Break. I don't even care what you're doing. Yeah, so we basically almost killed her with just that. That was kind of bad, but... we do not have the max mana for that anymore. So honestly, I'll just kind of hang out, gain some shield, and, you know, we'll just sit here for a minute. Okay. There we go. Good stuff. Probably not the right way to handle that. She's dead if we just cast that and actually hit with it. She's also dead if we hit her with a basic attack. And then she does that, we want mana, and then we Limit Break, and she's just very, very dead. So we didn't one-shot her, and we actually took more damage than I realistically would want to, but we also haven't taken enough damage for me to not want to ice her. I mean, Ice Hockey is actually kind of good just because it's 40 damage every time it hits, but no, I don't want it. Start battles with shield. I mean, that just makes it so much easier to cast Corset if it's in our opening hand, because Corset is exactly 40 damage. Yeah. It literally just means cast Corset without taking damage. We're good. Yes, absolutely want to face Gunner next, because Gunner can be a massive pain. And you know what? Just Limit Break without the Empower Ring is still good. Do we have spell power without that? No, we don't. It's just with the Fragile, it does that. Because we're applying Fragile on each hit as it goes. Let's see here. So if we go this route, we get a loot box and a shop. That seems good to me. I'll take that. So I'm sorry we're going to kill you, ma'am, but I would like the heals. And then I would also like to not get hit. Yeah, that was kind of bad. All I needed to do was move up one more tile. Everyone gains Fragile. Honestly, seems good to me. It gives us one spell power while we do it, and I'm totally okay with that. I don't know if we, like, actually took damage there from something, but max HP when you save a hostage, like, that's almost never going to happen at this point. Apply frost to all enemies once per second for 6 seconds. I legitimately haven't seen that one yet, but I think incline actually goes well. It's another thing that you can cast while you have Empower Ring and actually have it be useful. So again, we can cast Corset without having to worry about it. Over. And you want Empower Ring. So just kind of wait for it. I knew we were going to take damage there. It's fine. Not going to worry about it. Okay, so you're all dead. And I mean, you're basically dead before anything else happens. But let's limit break just because that's what we do. I mean, double cast an ion cannon is actually kind of intriguing, because if they are in the middle, that's 200 damage, and it cracks some tiles, which can cause some issues for them, but... Sorry, just adjusting the mic a little bit. Let's go to the shop. We have a ton of money. Defense also reduces shield damage. Actually, kind of useful. I'm going to refresh. Wrap vertically around the field. Now, give me one more refresh. I kind of like Blood Shield, but I don't think it's good enough for me to want to take it. I'm kind of digging for some better Fragile type things. There's one that makes Fragile do 200%. I don't think we have, right? Because Feather doesn't do that on its own. Okay, apparently I can't go all the way up there with the mouse. Yeah, it's only 1.5 times. So getting the one that... Nope, don't care. I will just refresh a couple more times, because I don't think there's also very many upgrades we need. But honestly, like at this point, it's 70 to refresh. Why don't we upgrade Limit Break again? Okay, that's just insane though. Double cast, double cast. Does it reduce our max mana by a lot? Yes. But is it doing 30 damage a hit plus Fragile plus spell power? Also yes. So now it's literally just the definition of insanity. So just Limit Break and everything dies. I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm having trouble grasping the fact that that is a thing that you can do in this game. I thought our last run as Shizo, where we killed the wall in under like 10 seconds, was insane. We legitimately could kill the wall in like 2 or 3 limit breaks, which actually may still be shorter than it took with Shizo, but I honestly think that flat mana regen is better, getting us back to limit break quicker. And we start with gaining a bunch of shield. And we're basically just looking for Empower Ring, Limit Break, and we've got it. So now just do the damage. That's just obscenely good damage. I cannot believe how good that is. We didn't take any actual non-shield damage that time. And this is the last boss. Or sorry, second to last boss, because we do still have to go fight Shizo. It wasn't a flawless, but the only damage that we took was against our shield. That's incredible. And again, it's just a friendly reminder of how good this game is, that this type of thing can actually happen. Applying Fragile to enemies at the start of battle is not amazing, and I think we might have been able to do more with the upgrader, but that's just a guaranteed benefit that whatever our first spell is that we hit is going to be that much better. So against you, if we go here, I think it hits you. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. Just dodge the cactus junk. I don't know if we dodged that technically. And then with Limit Break, we can just do this from range and it doesn't even matter. So that was 33 damage per hit times 3 because each hit is tripled times 40. Do the math yourself. Gain 100 shield and charge for a second to fire a huge laser, anchor, consume. Do we need it though? I mean, it's 40 times. I don't think we need it. Like, legitimately, I think we just need to shuffle and get to limit break again. So again, we could gain 2 loot this time, and I think that probably is better than going to the shop. Though I don't know if that's actually true. Okay, so you are dead, and you are dead if we do that. Not quite, but now you're dead. I'm pretty sure we took no shield damage there. We saved some hostages, so we gained some max HP. So actually, even better, we're up to a higher max HP as well. Mana Potion would be great if I actually trusted myself to catch 2 of them, but I don't even trust myself to catch 1, so definitely don't trust myself to catch 2. Probably need to do that, and how about we just limit break? Because I know that's going to work. Lose max mana, gain mana regen, like absolutely I will go down to 5 mana. That's easy decision. Does that? I'm pretty sure that leaves us at 2 max mana whenever we cast limit break though. So spicy, but I'm also okay with that spicy. Where are you going? Nah. That didn't actually do anything. What have I been waiting for? Well, this right here, of course. Okay, so can confirm it takes us down to 2 max mana. So legitimately, that's the only possible thing that I see being a problem. Pinch is a free fragile for ourselves. I'm actually going to take it. Like, it's going to hit our shield, and apply fragile on hit means that we gain a free fragile from that. I've been wondering what that laser is, and then I remembered, oh yeah, we have that laser. So gain mana regen, lose max HP. I'm actually going to take that because, again, I think our focus is being able to cast Limit Break as quickly and as easily as possible. And that helps us get back to Limit Break without having to do our down E. Okay, this enemy is a little bit annoying, and like, I'm pretty sure we already just took damage. But I'm not going to worry about it. Like, at this point, you just click this button and everything dies. We didn't take any non-shield damage, we just didn't get the flawless XP. Which at this point, I don't think it matters. Like, we have all of the tools that we need. The build is basically complete. G-Zone? I mean, give me the shield, give me the mana. I mean, sure, go ahead and root me. That's fine. You didn't even make it through my shield, I don't think. Alright, so we have what we need. I mean, sure, go ahead and put a jam in my deck and cause me to shuffle, but there's half your HP gone. Good damage, max mana, corset. Okay, we didn't actually have shield, but that's fine. Good damage from that. Now we've got Empower Ring Limit Break. And we're going to save him, assuming we win, which we should win right about now. We will save him so that we can have the heals. And now we're going to go face the wall, and if we don't win this run, I think it is not just a disappointment, but an absolute failure on my part to perform. Like, I would say that beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we should win this one no matter what. There is no way that this is not a winning run. Like, again. Also, I apologize for the sound. I know that can't be pleasant to listen to, but... So, shuffle and just get back to another limit break, and I think that's all we need. Okay, but we need shield. And we need to not die. That is an important part, is the whole not dying part. Did we save Reva? I don't think we saved Reva. I called it a failure because it was a failure. All we needed to do was cast Limit Break one more time, and we had it. That was my own fault. I got greedy. I stopped focusing on dodging, and I was just like, just shuffle, cast your spells, and get Limit Break again. You still have to dodge, and you still have to pay attention to the turrets and everything. And that was a failure on my part, but that said, I think this was a great way to end it. You got to see again just the true power of what can happen when you stumble into an incredibly ridiculous build in this game. And that was a lot of fun. You know, I started off a little bit slow. We had that kind of rough run in the beginning and then just completely pogged out of our gourds. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let me know your feedback in the comment section, as well as click the like button, because if you like the video, then you can show your support not just to me, but to the YouTube algorithm to basically show this video to more people. Anyways, all that said, I completely ruined the outro here. Let's just forget that even happened. I'm Runt9, and I'll see you later.